Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verses 1 through 30. So, Mama Rebecca has sent her youngest son, Jacob, across the wilderness to go find him a wife from her brother Laban's family. And so he goes across the desert. He arrives at Padan Aram, and there's a bunch of shepherds there. And there's a well. They're there because there's a well, and the well is covered. And part of the reason that the well is covered with this huge stone, one is to protect it from others, because it requires more than one person taking away the stone, but also to keep it from, evaporate. Well, Jacob's this really goofy guy, and he's talking with the guys, yakking away. And then along comes, he asks, well, do you know Laban? Oh, sure, we know Laban. In fact, here comes his shepherd. His shepherd is Rachel. She's a shepherdess. And she's described as a lovely figure and beautiful. And Jacob is so smitten by her, right? He is so energized by just the sight of her that he shows off by rolling the stone off the well all by himself. And as soon as the news reaches Laban that his nephew is here, he invites him back, right? And Jacob tells him all the things that have been going on with him. And Laban says, you're my own flesh and blood, and you shouldn't work for free for me. Laban would be happy for that actually to happen. He says, tell me what your wages are. And Jacob says, I'll work for you for 7 years. It's a dowry, right? So that you will give me Rachel as my wife. And it was funny as Laban said, well, better you than one of these other local yokels. So, okay, sure. And after 7 years, Jacob says, hey, clock's ticking, it's time. And Laban's, oh, sure, yeah, let's do the wedding. And he does the wedding, and there's a big feast. I'm sure he gets Jacob drunk. Jacob goes to his tent. His wife is veiled, during the ceremony. He goes in there at night, makes love to his wife, and oh my gosh, it's Leah, the older sister. And how was Leah described? It said that she was weak on the eyes. She had droopy eyes, or that she was weak on the eyes. She's not that attractive, basically. And Laban said, well, it's not our custom to let the older daughter wait around. So I thought, you know what? Why don't you just go ahead and marry Leah? You didn't ask for her. Work another 7 years and I'll give you Rachel. And so, you just got to imagine, Jacob is in there and he wakes up and ta-da, there's Leah. And he complains, you deceived me. And Leah's father thinks so little of her. Laban thinks so little of Leah that he offers, she's basically a consolation prize. He sees his daughters as commodities to be sold off. He tricks Jacob into giving full price for Leah, and now he's going to do it for Rachel as well. That's the thing, is that pagans did not see their children as a blessing, as a stewardship from the Lord. And that's what Laban is. He is a pagan. And Jacob so greatly loves Rachel that he loved her more than Leah. And so you just imagine the dysfunction that's being set up in this family right off from the beginning. And think about how Leah feels as the second wheel. Here's the thing, or the third wheel, I guess. Here's the thing to think about, is that God is still working in the midst of this very dysfunctional family. And that's good news for us who are also dysfunctional and sinful. Thanks a lot, friends. Have a blessed day.